What's up, guys? So, if you watched the last video, that was the last time we had the 70 out, and we were still having fuel problems with it. So we had come home after that one, and we thought we, had it fixed, or we knew what we needed to do. We put a bigger fuel line on it because it seemed like it was almost there. We almost had it. Well, we put the bigger fuel line on it, then the carburetor couldn't handle the pressure, and we fought that. I'm trying to remember, it's been a couple weeks. It's been probably a month ago. We did something. Yeah, that's right. Like I just said, we put the bigger fuel line on it. Then we took it back, even though we were fighting the carburetor. And it was worse. It was worse than it was before. So we really didn't know what it was to do anymore. We brought it back home. Jay Dickens helped us out. We had a pressure regulator on it. We had it set up just like 67. And he told us to put a bypass regulator on it. We put a bypass regulator on it, capped off the bypass on the pump. And we had like I think it was an 8 AM return line. And he said if it don't return enough, it's gonna pressure up the carburetor, which is exactly what happened. And then we got Aeromotive on the phone, and they helped us out. They told us how to set it up. Ended up putting a 12 AN return line on it and using that bypass regulator. And we bought a brand new carburetor, brand new quick fuel, 850, and it seems fine. Now it's bypassing enough. Apparently, the bowl's about half full. It ain't filling the bowls up. I took it a couple weeks ago to Laster Mountain. It may have been a month ago, to try it because that was the last chance I had for a while to be able to see if it was fixed or not, and it worked. It ran a 602, which is the fastest it's ever been. It didn't surge. It pulled all the way through. I got a video. The first video it messed up. I still had that camera inside the car on time lapse, so it was really fast. So the second video, second pass, I got it. I got a video of it, so I'll show y'all that right now. second pass, and it spun. I don't know if you can tell, probably can't, but it spun when it left. Because the first pass was in the right lane. Somebody ended up holding down the right lane, so they pushed in the left lane. It's just a testing tune. There's not a whole lot of cars there. And it spun, fell off around 6:05 because it spun so bad. I tried to make another pass in the right lane, and they opened the right lane back up, and most of the race cars have been gone, so there's a lot of street cars going down, and street cars are usually with street tires, so usually, rip the rubber up, mess the rubber up. And I tried to make one more pass out of the right lane, and it shot left, and that was it. I just put it back in the trailer. I knew the fuel was fixed, so we can move on to the next thing, and I don't know what the next thing's gonna be. Really, I want to put shocks on it, because I know the back shocks are wore out, but I really don't know how consistent it is. I feel like it's going to work like the 67 did when they had wore out shocks on it, which it's good enough to win, but you just got to be careful dialing it. But if it runs like the 67 did 5 years ago, it is capable of winning. It's just, like I said, you got to be careful dialing it. Pretty much finish line drive a good bit, which is fine. But the Easter weekend, the 16th, which is in 2 weeks, will be the first chance I'll get to race it, for real, get to race it without having a fuel problem, not having to think about, is it gonna make it down the track or not? So, we'll see how it goes. I've been cutting good lights in it, which I changed the trans brake button like I wanted. I put the delay box out of 67 in it, the little wizard that was in that car, because it was rocking when I get on the trans brake, and it had an old Dedenbear digital delay box in it, and it doesn't have a option to wire up the line lock to the delay box, so the line lock wasn't coming on when I got on the trans brake, so it was allowing the car to rock and to stay in the lights. So I put that other delay box in it, the little wizard, and it has a line lock option, so I wired the line lock to the delay box. That way the line lock comes on when the trans brake is engaged, so that it won't rock in the lights. So I fixed that. Still the same story with the 67. We're still waiting on pistons. Don't know how long it's gonna be. It's been 2 months or so far. So I'm just gonna have to race the 70 till we get pistons for 67 and be able to get the motor back together. I got on jack stands right now, because we're gonna set it up the same way we got the 70 set up, because the fuel system worked on it, but it probably ain't right. The bowls on the carburetor are slap full, and we fought it over our nail seat sometimes, but it does. You really can't ask no better how consistent it is, but the fuel part, it ain't right, but it works. It's letting us get away with it when the 70 wouldn't let us get away with it. So we're gonna set it up the same way. I've already bought 12 AN push lock hose to go underneath it. I gotta take the old return line out of it to run the new, and we done bought the same bypass regulator to put on it. We're gonna cap the pump off just like we got the 70s capped off. They're the same exact pumps. Just set up the same way, and hopefully it works the same way. It should, and maybe it may pick it up a little bit, because I've never really felt it pull really hard on Big N, and that may be because it's got 488 gears in it. But I feel like it should turn more RPM than it does through the finish line, because it turns like 68, 69 to the finish line. I feel like if it could turn like 72, it may run a little faster. It may not with the rear gears it's got. But the 70's got 513s in it, and that's why it probably it pulls more, which it leaves harder too. But we'll see. We're gonna get it all set up, and I'm just ready to get that car back together, because that's the one I'm really confident with. So, but we do have the 70 fixed. We are gonna race it Easter weekend. Uh, and I don't know if anybody's going with me or not, but I'll have videos from inside the car if nobody does. I know my dad ain't. I don't know about Jessica. So I hope y'all enjoyed this little update. I'll see y'all in the next one.